Hey, comic friends, it is another Wednesday, which means it's another turn for. It's another something. It's time for another TGIW. It's a rough time here in the house. Wendigo's having a hard time figuring out how to get comfortable. I can't speak properly, so we'll see how this goes. Uh, all right. So this week, again, you know what? It's getting a little bit beefy again, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. On one hand, like it's good stuff that's coming out, and I enjoy reading it. But I unfortunately haven't had enough time between keeping caught up on new books and just other stuff going on. Pressing work has been crazy, which is good. But I haven't had a whole lot of time to read my older stuff, and I kind of missed that. I did finish Darkhawk, I think last week or the week before. I haven't had really any time to read many what ifs. I'm getting towards the end of Volume One. I would really like some more time to do that, and I just have other stuff that I would like to knock out. I haven't had time, so I really wouldn't mind like a few really light weeks in a row if possible, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Especially with King in Black is starting this week, so yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Anyway, what did come out? And great stuff. I'm not upset with the stuff that I got. It's just a little breather would be nice just to read some more old stuff. I haven't read some really good bronze stuff in a while, or dug out a really good bronze run or anything like that. And I'm really falling in love with bronze more and more lately. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so this week the Immortal Hulk number 40. Wow, it's been going on for 40 issues. That's amazing. And still one of my favorite books on the shelf. What they're doing with Hulk and his personalities, and we have Joe Fixit, which is great. Um, whoops, whoops. Venom 30. Also, this I can believe this has been going on for 30 issues. It's Venom. It usually lasts quite a bit. But I think this is the end of this Venom Beyond Codex story. Is Codex going to survive? Is he going to be back? I don't know. But I think it's the end of this, which it's been fun. But we can move on. Though I guess I know what we're moving on to King in Black stuff. But. Amazing Spider-Man 53. I'm interested to see how this picks up with last issue, because last issue, Kindred, it looked like Kindred broke Spider-Man's neck. Now, it looks like it. Obviously, Spider-Man is going to be fine. Don't worry. But kind of see how that resolves. Like, did it actually happen? Was it in some, I don't know, dreamscape thing or something? I don't know. Because Kindred shows up in, like, been showing up in dreams and stuff like that. So, I don't really know. Aquaman number 65. Batman number 103. Looks like we have a showdown between Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter. I'm not really sure what to think of Ghostmaker yet. So Ghostmaker is this kind of has a similar background as Batman, as Bruce, of going through all this training to fight crime, but he is a little more like he's not afraid to kill. So he's coming to Gotham and saying, "Batman, you're not doing your job. Come on." I do like Clownmaker. I think he's a very interesting character. I love to get more about him. Is he eventually going to come into the Bat family, under Bruce's wing and get cleaned up and stop killing people? I don't know. I kind of hope not. I kind of like this young, like, come on, man. You pick up all the kids. Bruce, you pick up all the kids, you turn them into Robins. It's what you do. Let this one be his own thing for a little bit. Oh, Wendigo's having a tough time again. Marvel Snapshots Avengers. And these have been great, so more of that. Captain America. So here we Captain America 25. So we have this is both the return of Red Skull and apparently the original Nick Fury. Wait, no. No, that happened in Fantastic Four. This is Return of Red Skull. Return of Red Skull is happening here. Captain America is really close to getting cut, to be honest. I don't know. It's so hit and miss. Like, I'll read it one week and be like, ugh, I just don't care. And the next week, I'm like, all right, this is good. It looks like it's going someplace, and then it doesn't really seem. I don't know. We'll see. But its head is on the chopping block. 26, Fantastic Four 26. So this had the reappearance of, or reemergence, I don't know, of the original Nick Fury. So I think I mentioned when the last issue came out, that something really big happened, but it doesn't matter because the Curse of the Fantastic Four, like, no one cares about the Fantastic Four, like, ever. But I think the original Nick Fury coming back is kind of a big deal, but, like, no one cared about it. They didn't get scooped up. No spec on it or anything like that. Like, that's a big deal. But I guess spec nowadays only cares about movies and TV shows. Remember remember when speculation, this is way back when the value of a comic would rise when a character came into prominence in comics? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I remember. That's what caused a book to spike in value, was like an old character came back into comics, and then people wanted to go back and get that book because they're important again in comics. Now, Nick Fury coming back doesn't matter because it happened in comics. We only care about what happens in movies and TV shows. It's kind of maddening. I care that original Nick Fury is looking to be coming back. What did that really happen? That happened with one. Oh, the Sentry. When the Sentry came to New Avengers, like, the Sentry was that 6-issue miniseries that came out in, I don't know, what was it, late 90s, early 2000s. And then he was brought back in New Avengers. I think Bendis brought him back in New Avengers, and all of a sudden people wanted that Sentry book because he came back in a comic. It had nothing to do with movies. It's good old days. All right, Juggernaut number 3 recently showed up in Savage Avengers. Was pretty cool. It was a really cool scene with him in Savage Avengers last week, but I don't know. Spider-Woman number 6. Like, literally riding on the coattails of Captain Marvel there. All right, so Symbiote Spider-Man number 1. Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black number 1. So this is our first King in Black book. I'm not real sure how this is going to work because all of Symbiote Spider-Man has been stories from when he was wearing the symbiote costume. And King of Black is something that's happening current. So I'm curious to see how a Symbiote Spider-Man book is a King in Black tie-in. We'll see. We Live number 2. The first issue was so good. And rarely do I do, especially things like Aftershock, rarely do I do individual issues of indies unless it's something that I think is really, really, really good. And We Live was that. So I did add that to my poll. So the number 2 came out this week. Rorschach issue 2, and the first one was fun. I like that. This I picked up just because the cover intrigued me and its sort of simplicity. I flipped through it briefly and it looked kind of interesting. So this is A Girl Walks Home Alone. Yeah, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. This is by Behemoth. Is the publisher, which I've never heard of. So I decided to pick it up, see what it's about. But I thought it was kind of a cool cover. Sign that says "Bad City" on it. Not sure what that's about. But. And then issue 6 of Criminal Sanity, where this is I'm kind of back and forth on this one. I'll read one and be like, ugh, and then I'll read another one. It's kind of like Captain America, but I'm not going to drop this because it's a limited series and it's getting close to the end, so I might as well finish it out. So we'll see. And then another Hill House book, Plunge. Ooh. I didn't look at the back of this yet. This looks good. This looks some sort of parasite being injected into someone's mouth there. So a Hill House book that's actually written by Joe Hill. I think he did the first one, The Basket Full of Heads. All the other Hill House have been written by other people. But for the most part, I've enjoyed them all. Well, I have enjoyed them all just to different degrees. The last one that I got and read was, I think it was Daphne Byrne. I like the idea of it more than I like the execution. And the other ones have been good. Basketball Heads was fun. It was an interesting concept. Dollhouse Family, that was really good. I like that concept. Lolo Woods. I really like Lolo Woods. That might have been my favorite. But this looks interesting as well, so I'm excited to jump into that. I'm trying to decide. I mention this every time I pick one of these up. I usually don't do hardcovers, but I really like these. I've been filing them in my graphic novel and trade shelf by title, like everything I have there. I'm considering, do I want to put these all together? Just will they look nice, all lined up all together? I don't know. I suppose that's not a very important question that gets solved right now. But these tastes change. I'm liking these small hardcovers. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of large hardcovers. Like, I've never gotten into omnibuses. I think I have one omnibus. I have like a Marvel Monsters omnibus, and the only reason I got that is because it was like 50% off. But God, those things are so hard. I would imagine those things are so hard to read. Like big hardcovers that are that thick. Jeez, I don't know. But these little hardcovers, they're growing on me. I'm starting to get variant covers every now and then. That's a whole thing I never used to do. But times change, tastes change, things change. So that's it. It was a fairly tame week. Didn't really get any crazy stuff. Only one new #1, which I kind of again bought on a whim. But yeah, seems like good stuff. Let me know what you got. If you picked this up or have read it or know anything about it, let me know. This A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Again, it seemed different, so decided to pick it up. I'm probably most excited at this point to read, just because I'm curious of how Symbiote Spider-Man is going to tie into the King in Black storyline. It's probably still a throwback story. It just references the King in Black somehow. It's being retconned or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you think of what I got. And as always, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.